In this video, I'm going to go over my complete setup. As you can see inside the Aztek, over here on the side, we have full radio controls there to the left, right about there. You can see the power port there just below the radio controls, and below that's a little compartment that controls the air compressor. Yes, the air compressor. Some of these Aztecs had an air mattress and a tent that you actually set up in the back. If you've never seen one, I unfortunately do not have the mattress or the tent. I do have the compartments, of course, that the drones are sitting on here that held all that stuff, as well as the net. But the seats pull out fairly easily. They flip down, as you can see there in the front, and the bed actually laid in the back, and the thing had an awning on the back here. And as far as supporting equipment, what I carry along with me, first and foremost, to charge on the go, I have a 300 watt pure sine wave inverter. This is probably a little bit of overkill for charging the batteries in the drone, but I wanted to be able to charge the batteries in the drones, laptop, my phone if I needed to, because it has the 2 amp USB connections here on the side. And I wanted to be sure that I had clean power. That's why I got a pure sine wave inverter. If you're using just a regular old 150 watt cigarette lighter power inverter, I would suggest going to something that's pure sine wave. That way you know the power that's coming through it is clean. And if you don't know what that is, just Google search it to figure that out, and you'll understand exactly why I carry this guy around. I also have a 150 watt cigarette lighter for just a backup. I don't have it here, but I do have an extra one. Now, as far as what I carry within each drone, I have a total of 6 batteries included, enough props to choke somebody with. Number 1, number 2, oldest, newest, of course. I split up the batteries between old and new between the two, but I still swap between the two. Running the firmware version, what is it, 1.3.3, I believe. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. In the old one, what I carry along in here is I carry a set of binoculars, so that you can get a look if you're doing a mission that's within line of sight, but you're straining to see it. It's good to have a set of these guys here. Microfiber cloth to wipe off the bugs and the goo or the whatever you crash into. Of course, the charger. Set it back here off to the side. My paperwork for FAA registration, license information, things of that nature, and then the newer ND filter kit with the spare lens cover for either one of the cameras. I also carry my zip ties for whatever. Zip ties are great just to have. I also carry a Sharpie, of course, spare blades in their little case, carbon fiber blades, and then I also carry this little dongle here, and I don't know if I still have it in here, but I also have a solution for recording audio to go over my drone footage. And then a backup phone for the Starlink app. And the last thing I think I've got stuffed in here, if I can get it out of here, electrical tape. just as good as zip ties for anything. Oh, and here it is. The dongle with the, I don't know if the camera will focus in on that guy. It probably won't. But it's just a way to record audio on whatever device that you're using. Not on the device you're using with the drone, but if you got a cell phone, stick it in your pocket like I know you do. You can stick this in there and stick a little lapel mic or something like that and record audio over top of your drone footage. And then if you don't know how to do that, you search it just like I did. And the other drone, well, let's keep on. Of course, we've got the lanyard. We've got all the little bits and pieces, spare bits and pieces, other spare bits and pieces, even more spare bits and pieces I keep in there. My wrench for checking it all out. In this compartment here, I carry all kinds of SD cards. SD cards, adapters. I even have a thumb drive in here. Other SD. Oh, there's even more. More adapters. Just all different kinds. I'm actually missing a few because I had some footage on one of them that I had to transfer to my computer. But I keep all that stuff in there. And usually what I do for weddings or something like that, I transfer everything to a thumb drive, and then if they bring a computer along, I transfer it to their computer. I keep it as well as them. I'm not too worried about the footage as far as that goes, as long as they pay me. And then, let's see what else. That's about it for that one. Let's go ahead and move over to this one that's in the night, bright, sunshiny sun. This guy's pretty much a repeat. Of course, spare blades, set of blades, spare blades, parts, wrench, Sharpie, the old gimbal holder. I don't know why I even keep this one. This one's such a pain to put on. Cords, chargers, the other lanyard. I don't usually use these guys, but I carry most of the stuff in my original first drone. This guy here, I used to carry just about everything in there, a tablet, a phone, all this stuff, 3 or 4 sets of blades. Pretty much everything I needed to do whatever it was I was doing on a particular mission. And it all fits real nicely into this Aztek. Whew, it is hotter than the devil's hell outside today. One of the last few things that I carry in here is this lav mic, the Boya. Pretty good little one, nice and long, about 15 feet of cord. A little cheapy action camera, the DB Power something or other, but it takes pretty good video. So keep that guy with me as well as other little accessories for that. And then this guy again, I'll show you what I do here. Got my cell phone here. Plug this guy in there, and then your microphone. You get the end of that guy, and you plug it into the microphone slot on that, and now you have a way to record sound with your drone footage if so you need. Then editing it into the footage, you're going to need a point to, which you can Google that, you can figure that out. I haven't done it too awful much, but I like to have the ability when I am shooting videos with the drone, that I have that ability to put sound against it, not just music. You know, yeah, you get the sound of the props in there, but it's not too awful bad. And while I'm thinking about it in this video, I'm going to go ahead and in the description I'm going to put the link to these filters. I'll try and post the link for all this little extra goober stuff. My binoculars, this guy here as well, the inverter that I use, and any other little things that I think would be helpful to you guys that are attempting to do the same thing, either commercially or just for shits and giggles, basically. That's what started this for me, was just wanting to fly a drone. It's fun. But I got asked by too many people to shoot this, shoot that, get this, get that for them, and they wanted to pay me, so I eventually had to get my Part 107, and yeah, and the rest of that story.